Many people simply assume that Sigma males are cold or shy, so they avoid them. However, Sigma men are much more complex than that. They behave differently from regular people and are easily identifiable from the crowd because of their unusual behavior, which is why they tend to be solitary. Although you may already be familiar with the Sigma archetype, there are still some strange truths about them that most people don't discuss. If you're interested in learning more, let's look at the 10 strangest facts about Sigma males. Number 1. They're not distant. Rather, they are simply observing everything. Most people who encounter Sigma males assume that they have no interest in people or the world around them. But Echo perceives from the way Sigmas conduct themselves that they are highly interested in everything and everyone around them. Everything about them exists only in their minds. They silently observe everything from a distance, taking in everything before processing it all to make sense of it. Even at the office, if an event occurs and you ask questions in front of a large group of people, you'll likely receive the most thorough response from a Sigma, since they are more aware of everything that goes on and have a better understanding of conditions. They are extremely powerful because they can observe in silence. This may seem simple, but most people these days find it difficult to focus. They are easily sidetracked by even the smallest disturbance. However, Sigma men are different. Once they set their sights on something, they won't be easily swayed. Secondly, they don't need to be fixed. Only broken things require fixing. When individuals come across Sigma guys, they make it their only goal to attempt to alter them. However, Sigma men are completely fine and don't need anybody trying to cure them or change the way they think. In fact, Sigma men are the ones who have to teach others a few things. But it is not going to happen. When you see a Sigma sitting alone, lost in thought, you don't need to approach him thinking he needs saving. He's probably doing great, probably even better than you are. Sigma males are very confident and conscious of every move they make, so nothing they do should be considered a mistake because it was carefully calculated. They're not antisocial. Rather, they're just depleted of too much social interaction. People often assume that Sigma males are antisocial or just unapproachable, but that's not the case. While normal guys can spend hours at a party or friendly gathering chatting and joking and then go home exhausted, Sigma males prefer to preserve their energy. They have very active minds and won't put these aside in order to go out and socialize. Additionally, Sigmas find it annoying that people who need to interact with others excessively in order to survive. Male Sigmas don't think it should become a daily requirement since they know that socializing with too many people may be exhausting. The value of social interaction, but there has to be moderation. Sigma men tend to be very picky about who they spend time with and how long they stay because these traits help them save their energy for the things that really matter. When it comes to socializing, they also prefer quality over quantity. These men would rather spend time alone themselves or with a small group of people than in a large gathering of strangers. This might be mistaken for antisocial behavior, but it's not the case at all. 4. They enjoy the drizzle. This may seem unusual, but it's true that Sigma guys adore the rain and have a strong connection to it. Rain allows them to ponder and contemplate without interruption. It's as if they can be in their own world and still feel linked to the cosmos. Rain also produces white noise, which helps people concentrate on their inner voices by blocking out the chaotic cacophony in their heads. Because the sound of rain is so peaceful and helps keep Sigma men anchored in reality and not overwhelmed by life's difficulties, they adore it. Rain also makes them feel more connected to nature. This doesn't imply that happiness and Sigmas appear all the time, especially in the morning when they have to race to work, but rather that they make the most of their free time and transform it into a sense of inner serenity. 5. They're uncommon, not strange. The belief that Sigma males are strange. However, if you approach things from a psychological perspective, you will see that Sigmas actually the most developed minds on the planet and have reached a level of development that most people can never achieve. They no longer give a damn about the small things because they have attained a level of awareness that others have not yet attained. Ordinary people waste their time on things that alpha males, who believe that the best way to control people is to be the loudest and most noticeable person in the room, take advantage of. On the other hand, because Sigma men are difficult to approach, people tend to assume that they are strange. Being quiet does not imply being shy. Although Sigma guys lead solitary lives and are quiet, this does not make them in any way bashful. Those shy people often do not believe in their strengths and abilities, which makes them easily back down because they are afraid to fight back. Sigma men are very secure in themselves and know they have what it takes to overcome anything they are faced with. They can easily walk up to anyone and talk to them without feeling scared. They are a very confident breed of men, and it is difficult to make them think negatively about themselves. Sigma guys have no fear of women at all. If they see a lady they like, they will approach her and strike up a discussion. Sigmas are primarily silent because they like to observe and avoid the commotion. Silence allows them to ponder and be creative, but they will come out of their shells when necessary to complete tasks. 7. Many people disagree with this statement because they believe that Sigma males are weak and afraid of other people. However, despite their placid exterior, these guys are capable of doing some pretty outrageous things when they feel like it. When you take a deeper look, you'll see that Sigma men don't always enjoy the rush of pursuing things like alpha males do. Instead, they tend to approach situations differently. It's a bit difficult to tell, but Sigmas aren't afraid to make bold moves sometimes. Although Sigma men are wild, they won't go around screaming it out or telling people how wild they are like alpha males often do. But they're quite natural. Studies have proven that the more one thinks, the less happy one will be. This is somewhat true since their deep thinking enables them to uncover certain dark mysteries about life that most people are unaware of. They are the best at understanding reality than anybody else, but they choose to overlook most of these things. No matter what happens, a Sigma man will never let depression win him over. They always have goals they want to achieve, and depression will impede such goals even more than little things that regular guys can get offended by. Just because Sigma men don't interact with people doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. A Sigma will always think optimistically since that's the only path up, even in his worst circumstances. Anger is not one of the numerous problems that Sigma guys face. Only those who are unable to comprehend what is happening can become enraged quickly. Because they are so aware of their surroundings, Sigma guys seldom become angry. 9. Sigma men are perfectly normal individuals who don't want to be by themselves all the time. The idea that Sigma men are always alone is not entirely true. They surround themselves with people. Usually a very small circle is sufficient. Sigmas surround themselves with very trustworthy people. These are individuals who can understand them and don't judge their actions. They also need someone to talk to about something meaningful. Naturally, Sigma males bottle up everything inside, so the pressure can get overwhelming at times. Having someone to share a bit of that burden with can help ease the stress. Sigmas are aware of how terrible loneliness can be and how it can even damage the most brilliant minds. As a result, they will seldom stay alone for very long and will instead get out and socialize the tension and give them their heads back. 10. They are the best lovers there is. Sigma men are intensely emotional people, and once they connect with someone, they become incredibly devoted to that person. Despite their reserved demeanor, they give their all to a relationship. Sigma men are very devoted and would never cheat on their partners. They understand the value of commitment and will never betray a person's trust. They are also the best friends anyone could have, providing the best support and friendship possible. Sigma men sacrifice a lot for the people they love. They can go above and beyond to make that person happy. Comfort when necessary. Additionally, they show unwavering devotion to their loved ones, never giving up on them no matter what. Although Sigma men have a reputation for being heartless, in reality, they are incredibly compassionate and well-versed in human nature. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate your support.